Hi everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder and welcome to Prepping for 5th grade. Now if you are new to my channel, I've done this prepping for the next grade series I think twice. So I did it for 4th grade and I did it for 3rd grade, and it's really fun to see, well I think it is anyway, to see what other mums are doing and how they're prepping for homeschool and what they're working on and everything else. So I thought I'd do it again this year. Now I appreciate you haven't seen my curriculum video yet. That is coming. I just have had a few issues with items getting them in stock. There were a few that were out of stock, so I've had to wait for them to be in stock, but I've been assured that they are flying over. Some of them are coming from the US, so they are flying over, so hopefully I'll be able to do my curriculum video soon. It's still looking like June, the beginning of June hopefully, and then you can see everything that we picked, but I can't obviously wait for those things to come in, so I am getting, you know, as much prepped as I can anyway, because I like to take as much of the summer off and we can, you know, go places and do things. And especially this year, because last summer we had 4 brand new puppies. Our female dog Quinn gave birth in July, the 14th of July last year, so pretty much all of August it was taking care of. Not that we didn't do things, because we did, but we had 4 babies at home, 4 baby pups, so we could only go so far and everything else, because obviously we'd have to come back, although Quinn did, you know, most of the work feeding them and everything else, but we'd still have to obviously help and clean and everything and that kind of thing. So it'll be really nice this summer to be able to go places, and of course we can take them with us now because they're so much bigger. They're obviously going to be 1, so they'll get to go do lots of fun things too, so they can go to the beach and all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking forward to going out a lot over the summer, so that's one of the reasons why I want to prep as much as I can. So what I'm currently working on is science. I still have not completely decided how I want to do science this year, but I bought, when I did my planning for 5th grade video, I mentioned I was looking at 2 curriculums. I was looking at elemental science and I was looking at the good and beautiful units. We've done both of them before and we really liked both of them, but I was searching to sell some things and I saw Harcourt Science, which is this one, and it was really cheap. It was only £4.60 or 70 something, 79 I think, for the textbook. And I saw a few, after I'd purchased it, I saw a few review videos on it and things, and it seemed to go down really well. People who used it seem to really like it, so I'm thinking that this is going to form a chunk of what we're going to do, but it won't be the only thing, I should say. However, what I'm going to do, I can't find any kind of workbook that goes with it. I saw something on Amazon that said something like lab book, but I don't know what's in it. It didn't show a look inside or anything like that. So what I've decided to do is just make my own. So what I'm doing is going through the textbook currently and you know, doing some worksheets and things of what we want to do. This does have an array of things in here. So for example, in the making connections, which is class curricular, they have several ideas and they have all kinds of different things in here. So what I'm doing is reading through each chapter and picking things that I know we would like to do, and then making worksheets for them, or, you know, prompts or whatever. So I'll show you where I'm up to in a second and you can see what I've done so far. I haven't got very far. I'm on chapter 3 and there are 19 chapters I think, so I need to motor on. 19 chapters. I was distracted doing a few things around the house I needed to get done. Yes, there are 19 chapters. I was distracted last week getting a few things done around the house I needed to get done, like taking out winter clothes and bringing in summer clothes and things like that, because our house gets super warm really fast, and although yes it's spring outside, it already feels like summer. If you can't tell, but I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. I have wore shorts and t-shirt in my house probably for the past 2-3 weeks. We're already on our summer duvet. Our house is like a greenhouse. It's a newer build house. It was built in 2012 and we moved in a year later, so we've been in this house since 2013, and every single summer it gets to 80 degrees plus and it doesn't change no matter what time of the day it is, whether it's nighttime. It's like a sauna. There's nothing that we can do about it. It's just boiling. So I always tend to get our summer stuff out sooner, purely because of that reason, because it gets so hot in our house. It's already 75 degrees today, so you know, it's summer clothes. So I got distracted doing that last week, So I didn't really get to much of this, you know, do my prepping for the hardcore science. So I'm going to try and catch up now and get a few chapters in, so I'm not behind. I mean, obviously it's my schedule, so I'm not behind at all. But I've got, you know, we're only May, so I've still got pretty much the whole of May and June and even into July. I don't really want to go that far, but so that's one of the things I'm going to be working on during the prepping for 5th grade. Then I do have a couple of other projects that I want to do, and I'll show you and talk about those as we get along. But today, yeah, we're all about science. So I'm going to crack on, and then I'll show you what I've been doing in a minute. Okay, so this is what I've been working on for Heartcut, my little workbook to go with. So we've got little tables, vocabulary things, drawn label, microscope, a little link, hyperlink to watch a YouTube video. This is for designing an airplane. This is for building a rocket. Survey page, a drawing from your area. Observing some cells under a microscope, more vocabulary, draw and label an animal cell, draw and label a plant cell, and then there's a couple of videos on cell videos and a difference between the two videos. Got some diagrams here of plant and animal cells. This is a cells and tissues investigation, more vocabulary. This is a story prompt. Reaction time, vocabulary. This is an art project that they had, pointillism painting. This is the classification of dogs. I know she's going to really like that one. And there's also a video to go with that too. I just found the videos on YouTube. They weren't in the book or anything. I just googled on YouTube specific topics that I thought would go well. Compare and contrast, activity, and there's a little language arts cross-curricular link to do a rhyme. I thought you might like that one. This is all about vascular plant parts, and there were 2 videos to go with. There's a little project, an activity all about carrots. I think she'd like that. This is about trees and photosynthesis, vocabulary, So basically these are all for the experiments. So when you say investigate, that's an experiment they have to do. And then this is how they, you know, I've picked what I want her to focus on in terms of what questions I want her to answer and things like that. So that's one of those. How does seeds germinate? So she can write about that and draw a picture. Vocabulary, cell reproduction. We've got some videos as well to go with. And then that's where I'm up to. So I'm on chapter 4, almost finished chapter 4, and then going on to chapter 5. So that's what I've been working on right now. So as I said, there are 19 chapters, so I'm not even close to being done, but I'm actually enjoying it. It's fun, and what I do is I listen to some other things while I'm working. So I was listening to the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, and oh my goodness, let me know if you've been watching that. So I've been listening to that while I've been doing this, and I also like to listen to a couple of other things, other channels as well, just while I'm doing my work, so that keeps me occupied. But I mean, I am enjoying it. It's fun to make your own little worksheets to go with it, and I think it's better in the respect that I can pick the things that I know, because there's so many different options in this book of things you can do. I did do a flip through of it, but because there's so many different options, it's nice to personalise it to what I know my daughter likes to do and things that I'd like her to do and things like that. And then I also like the fact that I can find videos that I can hyperlink to into our worksheets and things. So yes, that's what we do for science. So in terms of other things that are going to be coming up in the prepping for 5th grade video, so there are a couple of things I want to change this year. So one of them is our work boxes. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is changing the work boxes. So I've had it for the last 2 years, I think, on a day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I originally had it on a subject, and I much prefer that. After trying the days for 2 years, I'm definitely going back to the subject, because you just end up having to move the books down, particularly if you do the same subject daily. So for example, language arts, I put it in the Monday drawer, then I just have to move it down to the Tuesday, or she has to do it, and it's just a pain. So I've lived with it for 2 years to give it a fair try, but I definitely want to go back to how it was when I originally did it, which was subject based. So all the language arts has a drawer, then all the science has a drawer, the maths has a drawer, and everything else. I'm definitely going back to that. I do have that for books and things, but I was using her section of the workboxes on a daily basis. I'm changing that back, so that's one of the things I need to do. The other thing I need to do, so another thing I'm going to be doing is planning for 5 in a row. So we are not doing the 5 in a row in terms of as it's laid out in the book. I am changing it because I don't want to do every single book that's in there. I want to do books that I think would work well with our topics this year, and there are quite a few in there that will, and also ones I think we'll enjoy. So I'm not doing it as it's laid out, so I need to decide what activities we want to do for it. I will use some of her examples, obviously, because that's the whole point of getting the book in the first place. But what I mean is, when I say I'm not doing it as it's laid out, I'm not going to do all the books in there. I'm not going to do the schedule in terms of, 2 weeks at a time, rowing them or anything like that. I'm just basically going to pick, I think, 4 out of the book, and then we'll just periodically do them throughout the year. So I'll spread them out. We won't do them weekly, for example, because I want to change our schedule, and that's another thing I want to work on in terms of prepping for 5th grade. So we have always done a schedule whereby we've done, well, actually, let me just pull it down and show you. So you've seen this in previous videos, but basically it's a Monday through Friday schedule. Friday has been sort of our miscellaneous day or fun Friday over various different years. This year it was our unit study, whatever our unit study was for that particular month or term, music, fun school journal, and then maths and swimming. So that was what it was this year. And then on a daily basis, Monday through Thursday, we do language arts, history Monday, Tuesday, science every day, maths every day, geography Wednesday, Thursday. Then we do in the afternoon art, baking, French or IT. And that works great for sort of the lower levels, so K through 4, fine. But as you get into 5th, the demand of what's required in curriculums is a lot more. There's a lot more things she has to do and everything else. So I am going to have to change our schedule for this year to account for that. So what I'm thinking of doing is Homeschool of Bel Air. If you watch her channel, she does a Monday through Thursday where she does her basics, so core, and then on Friday she does all her extras. And I thought, I might actually try that this year. And then at 4 points during the year, that Friday for the week or 2 weeks, we'll do the 5 in a row. And I actually quite like that idea. I think it'd be really fun. So we sort of stagger out our 5 in a row units, and then on a Friday we feel like we can really get into our extras. So things like art, baking, French, IT, and then during the week we can focus on our course. So what I'm thinking of doing, I haven't completely decided yet. So I'm thinking of doing sort of a language arts, maths, and a science, but not every day. So maybe science twice a week, history twice a week, and geography twice a week. So on certain days there will be 4 subjects, and on other days there'll be 3. So I'm still mulling it all over. I'm still deciding how I want to do it. But basically then what we would do is we do our core subjects in the morning, or we might split it and do 1 core, 1 science, or science is core, but you know what I mean. Language arts and maths are sort of what I call the core, and then everything else is in addition. So the science, the history, and the geography. So we don't do those daily. That's what I'm trying to say when I said differentiating between core and others. Language arts and maths have to be done every day. Then I'm deciding how I want to split history, geography, and science. We won't do science every day because our curriculum is not a daily curriculum, which I'm actually happy about because it enables me to fiddle around with the schedule a bit more. I was looking at doing elemental science, which was 2 days a week. So I'm thinking possibly 2 days, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I've got to think about history and geography. I think we'll still want to do our 2 days of history, and then maybe 1 day of geography. Or I don't know. I'm looking at my schedule instead of talking to you. I don't know. I'm still mulling it all over. So that's another thing that I need to do for 5th grade, is think about how I want to do our day. I really like the idea of doing our extras on a Friday. So art, baking, French and IT. And music's going to be online anyway, so that's because we're doing it with Easy Peasy, so that's not something I have to teach, it's all online. She'll still do her keyboard practice, but we'll probably take that, instead of having that during school time, we'll just take that out during school time, and she'll just do it in her own time, you know, as an extracurricular as opposed to a school thing in terms of practicing a keyboard. But we'll do I think this year we'll do the music theory, because it's on Easy Peasy, it is more musical theory rather than actual practical stuff. So in terms of, it's not musical instrument playing, it's you know, history of music, different types of music, different instruments and things like that, orchestra stuff and things like that. So it's more a theory, but it is on the computer. Whereas her actual practicing a keyboard and stuff we can do, you know, at any point. And swimming we'll still be doing our swimming, but it won't feature on our school schedule. It'll be an extracurricular activity. We'll still do that weekly though, as we do. And then she'll have her other extracurriculars. She wants to continue with her horse riding. We're actually I need to get her a new helmet. Actually, we're switching to a different horse riding school because the one we were at, it was great, it was fun and everything else, but I just felt like it was quite not a large group, but you know, it was basically you go into the little paddock and then you just all go around in a circle together, and I would lead her, and you know, the instructor would be stood in the middle and she'd just give us all instructions. Okay, everyone canter, not canter, but you know, everyone trot, and you know, we do this little trot round, and you know, and she just bark out instructions, and it was, you know, it was great. It was absolutely fine, but I just want her to have a bit more focused attention, and you know, it never seemed to change. The pattern was exactly the same every week. We didn't really seem to do anything different than that. So I got some recommendations for some other places, and what I really liked on the website is they specifically state how they focus on, although you know it is still a group session, we can't afford private ones, but it is still a group session. They make sure every individual is progressing and, you know, learning new skills and everything else. It's not just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I think that'd be good. The only thing is, we're sad about it'll be leaving our horses that we've used there, but you know, there might be new horses there that we really like. I'm sure there will be, and if it doesn't work out, we can always go back to the old one, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And you know, we get to see new horses and things, so that'll be fun. Get to see all the new ponies that they have and find a new favourite, because she did have a favourite, but then that was the other thing, because she was the same size and weight as another girl that went to the class. Basically it was hit and miss whether she'd get her favourite or the girl would get it. So she'd always be going to say, oh, I hope I get this horse, and then we get there and it's like, oh yeah, you got it today. She'd be excited, and then the next time it's like, no, she's got it, so you got this other one, which was fine, but she was like obsessed with this one particular horse, and so, I don't know, it's just, you get your favourites, don't you? She was absolutely fine trying the other horses out, but I just felt like there didn't seem to be any other horses there that she really took to, apart from that one. And to be honest, I actually liked that one too, because she was so placid and calm, and the other ones were a bit feisty, and I think that was part of the reason why she preferred the one that she did, because she was more responsive, you know, when it was time to trot, whereas the others were either like wanting to race off or you know, were like, you know, just stood there not wanting to go at all. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to trying out this new stable with her and seeing what she thinks about that. So yes, that's going to be one of our extracurriculars next year. Well, we're going to be doing it now, but obviously it'll continue into the new school year too. We have got our new geography curriculum, which I'm really looking forward to, so I'm going to go through that with you in one of the prepping for 5th grade videos. I've had a good look through it, but not really in terms of, you know, how are we going to do it and how's it going to work, because there's lots of different topics within the journal pack. So basically I need to go through them and sort them out and, you know, link things, because it's a quarterly journal. So I've noticed that some of the things that are in one journal kind of build on in the next ones, not necessarily that they're linked, but that they're the same topic. So I need to kind of piece it all together in that respect. So I think that'll be a good video for prepping for 5th grade to see. And yes, lots of fun stuff. So if you enjoy prepping for homeschool, then make sure you're subscribed and like this video so I know to keep doing them, and I will see you in our next one. We've got lots of things to do, including my curriculum video and organising everything, making space for everything, all the new stuff, changing organisational systems, and yeah, I'll see you in our next video. Take care. Bye for now.